Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Lizette Galvez, and welcome to Eton Tech Session. This is the very first time we are going live, and we are so excited. But don't worry, we assure you that this will be very casual, light, and fun. So please stay tuned. We will be having a lot of prizes for you. We'll still have engagement later at the end part of our program. We'll be having some raffle draws and we'll be answering questions from the live chats. We will be also giving some questions and there will be prizes for those who can answer. So please um, listen to us as we share with you what is Eton and what are we doing in this new normal. So before I have a discussion with one of our colleagues, let me share with you who Eton is. With Eton, of course, our goal is to power tomorrow's world today. We are a provider of a power management technologies that gives us a better, a safe and reliable and efficient world, right? So we are present in four industries. We are present in electrical, we are also in hydraulics, we are in aerospace, and we are also in vehicles. For those who don't know yet, we are publicly listed in the New York Stock Exchange. We are a $21.4 billion company worldwide, and we have 95% over employees in the world. And to top it off, I think for the longest time, we are also named as one of the world's most ethical companies. So that's something to be proud of, right? Next, please. So we are dedicated, of course, to improve people's lives and environment. As you can see, we are modernizing the grid for a greater reliability. We are also energizing building depending on the demand of a greater efficiency as well. We are powering a lot of data centers. We are increasing technology for automated manufacturing, and we are supporting, which is not present in the Philippines, supporting intensified oil and gas energy explorations. So we do the solutions, right, to energize the world. So with Eton Power Quality, which our group belongs, we are safeguarding critical systems for across the world for over 50 years already. And as you know, we are a strong heritage of well-known UPS brands. If you can see, there's Exide, there's Best Power, there's Fiskars, Powerware, MGE, and Santac, which is still available in the market right now. And of course, as you know, we also have the biggest plant in Tanawan, Batangas, which caters to our single phase business. Or this is the small capacities of UPS in the Philippines. So there, I've introduced to you Eton already. And now I would like to discuss with you where are we in this new normal? Nasaan ba talaga kami? But before that, let me call on my partner for today. Let me call on Bobot Morales, our pre-sales manager, to join me as we discuss with you where are we in this situation right now. Bot, take it away.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Uh, Friends, colleagues, customers. Hello, Internet. Welcome and good afternoon. Thank you for very much for joining us this afternoon, and we will share with you in a while where Eton is, as mentioned by Lisette, where Eton is in this new normal. Okay, and then later on we'll be having some games, I guess, and I think raffle as well. So please bear with us in a few minutes. So now we will start. Okay, so where Eton is in this new normal. Okay, so do you still remember, guys, the year before 2020? Let's say 2019, 2018. Do you still remember that we used to wake up early, okay, go
Mm.
to work, ride a jeepney, a grab, or car going to our offices, wherein we used to meet our customers as well, maybe outside, having lunch with them, dinner with them, okay, and sometimes just have a coffee with our partners and customers. Okay. Do you still remember that we used to dine out with our friends and families on weekend? Okay. We do our regular window shopping in malls and grocery shopping in several grocery stores. And as also our children, do you remember that they used to wake up early and go to school, play with their friends? Okay. So on the next slide, this will be our new normal. Next, please. Okay, so everything changes when 2020 comes. Okay. So before we used to work in our office, now we used to work at home. Our children used to study or continue their learning at home online. We meet and present to our customers using different online platforms as well. Okay. So everything changes. And this change really affect all of us. Okay. So on the next slide, please. So people and companies start developing smart solutions and technologies to minimize the spread of this virus. Since the onset of this health crisis in the early part of this year, sometime January, February, okay, we as humanity have learned how to embrace and trust our connected world, our digital world. Okay. We've managed to identify what are the essential items for us to continue to survive. Okay. Our basic needs still remains to be food and water. Okay. But now we face, or part of our essential items will be face mask, alcohol, and other PPEs. No? Before, when we go to groceries, we sometimes neglect those alcohol and face mask. Okay, we used to pass by them, but now uh, when we pass by them, we make sure that we get a lot of them for us to be safe. Okay, so these are our basic necessities. But for us to continue working remotely, we also need our telecommunications companies, our ISPs, our mobile phone provider. Okay. If we get sick, we need to go to a hospital. We need to visit a medical facility. And for us to avail of these services, we need our financial institutions as well, no? To pay for our transactions. Maybe it online or through banks. No? We go to our local banks. Okay. So what is common and vital with all these critical facilities like manufacturing, transportation, utilities, and water utilities, our police, our militaries, our emergency services, our government, and also our healthcare system? Next slide, please. Can we go back one slide, please? So electrical power is a fundamental part of our connected world. So this is the common denominator for this critical infrastructure. So we are all experiencing the effects of this crisis as it continues to slow down businesses and economies worldwide and also here in the Philippines. But despite of this, there's a huge demand for electrical power. It remains one of the vital facilities or critical facilities that we need to adapt to the new normal. Okay. So on the next slide, okay, so we can see, or sometimes people assumes that electrical power is always present, it's always there. Okay. So what if a blackout happens because our power grid cannot cope up with the power demand. We all know that Philippines is also prone to natural calamities like typhoons. Early this week we have one, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes. So this can also disturb our electrical power network. Okay. So in this year alone, we experienced all of this: typhoon, volcanic eruption, and earthquake. Frequently earthquake. Early in the morning, our government will send us text messages telling us that there's an earthquake on this area, on this province. What's the magnitude of of that earthquake? Okay. So on the next slide, please. So critical infrastructures not only need electrical power, but they demand clean and uninterrupted power for them to be able to deliver their goods and services on time, and for our government, for them to be able to deliver the necessary services and information to us, people. Okay. So don't wait for faults to arise and problems to occur. Eton is here to help, to provide you clean and reliable power supply through our efficient, safe, and smart power quality solutions. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that, Bot. But before we continue, let me just share with you guys for you to be included in our raffle and in our questions, prizes for questions. Please share this live on your timeline with hashtags switch on to Eton and hashtag Eton Philippines, and please set to public. And then you can comment during our live chat with the hashtag switch on to Eton and Eton Philippines. Okay. But with all the need for all this reliable power, of course, and safe and efficient power, I would like to do a zoom in for our audience, right? Because we are right now in the pandemic situation, and of course we wanted to show them at least a glimpse of the reality on what area can we really be in. Say for example, let's zoom in on in a hospital or in a medical care center. Where can you find Eton UPS and accessories in that area?
Okay. So next slide, please. Okay. So we all know that healthcare is one of the most critical infrastructures nowadays. Okay. So a lot of healthcare or hospitals are fully booked. Some people cannot even go to a hospital because they won't even accept new patients. Okay.
Correct.
And in a healthcare system, okay, or in a normal business, should I say, a few seconds of downtime, okay, will cost them maybe a few $1,000s, depending on the uh, criticality of their system. Okay, but in a healthcare world, okay, a few seconds of downtime can even cost lives of people. Okay, so that's the healthcare system nowadays is very critical. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, Eton will be able to help our healthcare system. Okay, by providing them solution for them to have a continuous operation of their critical areas like those healthcare equipments like MRIs, CT scans, X-ray. So nowadays, these machines are very busy. Okay, when you go to a hospital, the first thing most hospital will do is for a patient, before they accept, for a patient to undergo an X-ray and a CT scan. Okay, for them to check if you have this virus, the COVID-19 virus. And then later on, if they want to really know the extent of the virus, the patient may go under an MRI. Okay, so with Eton, we can help our healthcare customers, no, continuous uptime for these machines. Okay, as well for the IT systems of the hospital. We all know that the IT systems of the hospital is very critical. Okay, so a few seconds of downtime can cause data corruption or loss. So that's very critical. No? So if for example, there's a data corruption, uh, nowadays hospital has an automatic, dispensing system for medicines. Okay, so if the data is corrupted, for example, this cancer medicine may go to another patient,
Another,
which is very critical.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
and also if there's a power outage during a critical medical procedure, for example, MRI or CT scan. Okay, uh, we don't need patients to undergo again another procedures because it may take some time. Okay, so with Eton, we can help our healthcare customers continuous uptime, whether it be as providing protection from different power problems or from a blackout. Okay. So another example we can give our partners and customers also on the next slide is on the data, telecoms, and communication network. Okay.
yes.
So this may include data centers, okay, our telecommunications companies, okay, even our financial institutions, because they all depend on data communication, telecom network to operate. Okay,
Right.
so for example, in a household environment, okay, it's critical nowadays for our internet to be 100% up. Okay, because children are having their classes online at home,
Yeah. Next slide, please.
and yeah, and still most of us are still working from home, no? So we do our meetings, our regular trainings for our partners and customers online. Okay, and sometimes or most of the time still we pay our bills, we do our banking transaction using our phone, our computers, or our tablets. So internet connection is very critical nowadays at home. And
Home learning.
yes, yeah, home learning. Of course, you don't want withdrawing money on an ATM and then suddenly the power of the ATM went down. Okay, you don't want your card to be captured because it may take a number of days for you to recover that card, and you need to fall in line in a bank to recover that ATM card as well. So these are considered also as one of the critical infrastructure, and maybe still in the future because of
Hmm.
the amount of data being transmitted and received by people, by companies. So telco companies will for sure will expand their data centers, their communication network to serve their customers. Okay. So I think those are the couple of critical infrastructures we can share with our partners where Eton can help. But of course, we can still help our customers in the manufacturing, maybe food or non-food, pharmaceutical companies,
Next slide.
oil and gas, yeah, oil and gas, and even on the transport market. Okay, maybe trucking, shipping, or uh, aerospace. Okay, so
Right. Because
so these are
remember
yeah.
during the lockdown, uh, only food, only the essential ones are allowed to be imported, exported, right? And it's
Yes.
very important that our plants are available. They have they can do on time deliveries because food is vital to everyone. Food and internet
Correct.
is vital to
Yes.
everyone, right?
Yes. Correct. Yeah.
So okay, why are we sharing this with them? Because of course Eton or UPS is at the back end of every applications that we have. The productivity of a certain manufacturing plant cannot be assured until there's a blackout and all the food might be spoiled or there will be delays of deliveries, right? For the
Yes.
frontliners. And it's all
Yeah.
connected, right? But
Yes. Yeah. It's all connected. So as I mentioned earlier, electrical power is the fundamental part of our society. So without
exactly.
power, we will be going back to the Stone Age, I guess. Okay.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
very critical nowadays.
Right. And even if simply you are at home and you want to order some food and it's either you do bank transfers, you do GCash, or you should at least have a money, as you said a while ago, right? For the
Yes.
POS.
Yes.
It's just supposed to be protected because if your money is eaten and money is so scarce nowadays because of this
Yes.
pandemic, and it's so
Yeah.
critical to call the banks because they are not going into the banks almost every day.
Yes.
So it's also critical that everything is protected from the data centers of the banks up to the single ATMs
Yes.
outside the
Correct.
banks, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I hope you have your questions in the live chat. Let's answer some of the questions. Bot ikaw sasagot, di ba? Not me.
Yes.
Let's see, let's see. Let's
Let's
see.
see. So if you have questions, please uh, type it in on the chat. Okay, so that we can answer.
Yeah. While we're waiting and checking for the questions, hi to our partners. I can see a lot of familiar names. Hi to our family. Families talaga. We we asked to watch for this. This is our first time to be live, right? We wanted to do this because we
Yes.
want to make it a really casual. You know that
Yes.
UPS is so black and
Sometimes white.
sometimes white, and
Yeah.
we will be white soon and gray.
Yes. Yeah.
So we wanted it to be more interactive and not too boring to discuss because we know that you already know the UPS at as it is, but having it applied to our daily lives is a different thing, right?
Yes.
So again, but I'll just repeat for them to share, for them to be included in our raffle and in our uh, questions. We'll be giving away for those. We'll have 10 answers that will have face shields, and then there will be two major questions that will
Yes.
get a mini drone and a car purifier. And we also have we will also be raffling off 10 jackets, parka jackets, of course, from Eton, and two major prizes, smart helmet and a personal purifier.
Yes. Correct.
So please share and then use hashtag switch on to Eton and use hashtag Eton Philippines.
Yeah, someone posted raffle now.
Raffle, raffle, yes, raffle. We
Yes.
say hello to
Uh,
our team from the region, from Singapore. Hello, they're watching right now. And to our distributors and partners who are joining us and the end users and also our specifiers bot. Say hi to your
okay.
fans. Ikaw ang madaming fans.
Okay. Hello world. Hello internet. Okay.
Later pa yung raffle. We'll do it at the end of the session.
Okay. So, I
Walang
don't
gusto
know if they have
magtanong, tayo na lang magtanong.
questions. Okay, sige, tayo magtanong.
Wala talagang masyadong tanong because it's a very
Yes.
simple. Okay, this is the prelude.
Presentation.
Yes,
Yes.
this is a prelude to our 6 sessions presentation. Alam, wala akong copy, di ko nalagay yung copy ko. 6-session presentation of
Yes.
Different topics that will address different categories and different concerns of Eton products and Eton goals, right? But
Yes, correct. Yeah, tama.
wait, hinahanap ko
Sige.
yung sige, we ask the
You ask
questions.
them a question. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
So you have the questions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So please share for you to be included in the
May
pricing.
question ata, is it?
May question. Sige, answer mo muna.
Yes. Okay. Okay, babanggitin ko yung name from Markian Francisco. Okay. Pag nag-brown out, siguro to, no? Ng ilang minuto. Okay, wait lang. Medyo mabilis yung nawala.
Pag nag-brown out, ilang minuto ang transition ng power or second?
Okay. Kapag nagkaroon ng blackout, okay, it depends, no? Kung generator yung tinatanong, it depends on the generator. Sometimes there are generators that can transfer online within 20 seconds. Okay? Pero if UPS, no, if you're asking about the UPS, it depends if it is an online or an offline UPS. Typically, an offline UPS has a transfer time of around 4 to 8 milliseconds, depending on the type of the UPS. Maximum maybe up to 10 milliseconds. And then for an online UPS, there's no transfer time from the typical normal operation of the UPS going to a battery operation if there's a blackout. And then from battery going back to the normal operation, still is a zero transfer time for an online UPS. Okay? Thank you for the question.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? We say hi to our, of course, our favorite people, our teammates, Ronnie and Gary, the man.
Yeah. May another question ata, Lizette, from Nats Torres.
Just to ask if why Eton is not producing single phase with 230 volts input and output.
3-phase. That's a 3-phase UPS. Okay. So the question is from Nats, just to ask why Eton is not producing 3-phase UPS with 230 volts input and output. Okay. Well, by standard, okay, for the US standard or American standard, the voltage will be 208, 120, 208, 220, and 480. So we do have a 220 in, 220 out UPS system, specifically marketed in the US. But for following the international standard or IEC standard, we're using 400 volts 3-phase, okay, for our UPS input and output. If we need a 230 volts 3-phase, maybe we can offer you a customized system, or we can add an input and output transformer, to adapt to that 230 volts 3-phase power supply. But for 220 volts, we do have, but we do need 4-wire system, 220 volts. So it means that we need 3-phase plus neutral, okay, for the UPS to operate. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Nats Torres.
Yeah, another one from Markian Francisco. Anong model of Eton UPS for server backups? Okay, ano ba? We will be...
Yes. Okay. For servers, so I'm assuming you're asking for a single phase, no UPS.
Yes.
Minimum we can use 5PX UPS. So it's a line interactive UPS. But if you want an online UPS, so we have our 9E, 9SX, or 9PX, okay, for single phase. But for three-phase UPS, all our three-phase UPS, we can use it for servers or network or MDF application. So I hope we answered your question, Markian, Francisco. Thank you for your question. Another question from ano siya? Hindi ko Globe B? Tin? So hindi ko sure, no? Why is there no frame option in between 200 kVA and 75 kVA 93PR? Okay. So medyo actually i-discuss pa lang namin to sa I think for the fourth session, no? But so to give you at least a glimpse, no? So we do have now a frame in between the 75 kilowatt and the 200 kilowatt 93 PR frame. So we will be launching the 125 kilowatt frame 93 PR. Okay, very soon. I guess I don't know if pricing is available already. No, so maybe Ronnie can answer. But very soon we'll be launching the 93 PR. So we're almost complete on our 93 PR, and maybe next year we will add one more frame. Okay, so maybe in between the 200 and the 500 kilowatt frame. Okay, so thank you for the question. No, hindi ko lang mabanggit yung name niya, no? Medyo mahirap i-pronounce yung name. Another question for Markian Francisco. Ideal model for Eton fit for server backup. Nasagot na namin. Yun. Minimum for single phase UPS will be the 5PX. If you want online single phase UPS, we have the 9E. For rack mount models, we have the 9SX and the 9PX. Okay, so all our three phase UPS are compatible with servers. Okay.
But meron pa from
Yes.
for the essential electrical system, hala paalis na in hospital, hala. Let's go.
Mabilis yung chat eh.
O hindi ko makita. Ito muna, what model of Eton UPS which uses lithium-ion batteries? Is there a production already for small UPS? Okay, before you answer, sige go.
Yes, I think for single phase UPS we have the 5P lithium ion, and maybe next year, or I don't know, by the end of this year we'll be having a lithium ion UPS based on the 9PX model. Okay, but for the three phase UPS, all our three phase UPS are compatible with lithium ion batteries.
Okay, but the one I was reading a while ago.
Okay.
For the essential electrical system, this is from Leighton James. For the essential electrical system in a hospital, where do you usually recommend the placement of a UPS in life safety branch, critical branch of equipment?
Where in terms of location or application? I don't know, but well, almost everything in a hospital is critical. Okay, the facilities, equipments of the hospital is critical. Cooling system is critical as well. But they don't need UPS. Maybe we can use generator for those equipments, no? But maybe for those medical equipments like MRI, those imaging equipments, we can use UPS. For ICUs, neonatal, maybe we can provide UPS for some equipments inside those areas, no? But of course, generators very critical in a hospital environment. So because UPS will only last depending on the backup time provided by the batteries. Okay, so the UPS will work or will supply power during the gap when a power outage happen and before the generator system kicks in. Okay, but after that, the generator will help the UPS. Okay, supply condition safe and clean power to critical medical or healthcare equipments. Okay. Another question from Mark Francisco: how big does my UPS need to be in terms of capacity, home usage or office usage? Okay, so for home use, it depends on what you're powering at home. If you're powering your computer at home, just a single PC, the minimum capacity that we have is 650 VA. Okay, so I think that's enough. But it depends also on what type of computer do you have. No, do, do you use a gaming computer, a productivity computer? Okay, so minimum 650 VA. Then next will be 850. Maybe 1,000 VA is more than enough, no, to power a single PC and some accessories. Okay, you can also use UPS at home for your game consoles if you want. So we do have customers who buy single phase UPS and use it or use it to protect their game consoles. Okay. And some use it to protect their uh, audio equipments as well. So there are people who buy UPS to protect their audio equipments as well. So it depends. Minimum will be 650. 1 kVA is more than enough for a single PC. Okay. That's my recommendation. Okay. Thank you, Mark, for the question.
Let's get three more questions to answer. Medyo dumami ng grabe bot. So let's
Okay,
take one.
sige.
What? Wait, It says here from Sir Hermy, in a parallel redundant UPS system with 2 units 9PX 11 kVA, 2 hours backup time, comprising of EBMs. Sir Hermy, kulang ang question mo. O si Sir June Gahelonia, ilang percent lang dapat ang i-load sa capacity ng UPS to avoid overload?
Rule of thumb is we factor in a safety factor sa UPS. So mga 80% is okay. So at least we have 20% buffer to which we can use during sa mga inrush current. It depends on the load of the UPS. No? So if we have loads that draw more power during startup or draw more current during startup, so at least we have 20% buffer. So by rule of thumb, 80% is okay. But most of our installation, more than 90% of our installed base are basically loaded between 30 to 40% only. Okay, so on our future series, okay, on our succeeding series, we will be discussing you more about this, about loading of the UPS and what's the effect on it in a UPS. Okay.
There's a commercial question. Do I need to register account? This is from Marken for tagging if I have projects to get special price discount. Yes, sir. We will be glad to assist you. Please register with your resellers, or if you're a reseller, please register with your distributors or tier 1 so that we can be able to accommodate you and assist you better. And
may question from Wilson Baladiang. No? Want to know that if this Eton brand does have a built-in AVR for additional protection. Okay, so all our line interactive UPS, so, or our 5 series UPS, okay, have built-in AVRs. Okay, and then our online UPS, of course, it's automatic. It conditions the voltage real time. Okay, unlike the line interactive, no. So, but our line interactive UPS have built-in AVR to protect critical equipments. Okay, so thank you, Wilson, for your question.
This is one critical question that needs to be answered. Do you recommend UPS for motors? From Sir Rene Paraiso.
Yes, we can, but we need more information about the motor, especially the inrush current of the motor. So that's very critical. because we all know that UPS can easily detect overload, and inrush current can be considered an overload by a UPS. Okay, so if you can give us more electrical details of the motor, maybe we can size up the UPS for it. But of course, it depends on the criticality of the application. Okay, if it's really critical, we can provide the UPS. Okay, so yes, we can.
Okay, one last. Can we do one or two last questions, bot?
To sige, two.
Two questions.
Yeah.
For office, from Andre Peralta. For office, which is better? Decentralized UPS or a centralized UPS?
Okay, very good question.
Pwede
Okay.
bot, ganon.
Uh, yes. For office, which is better, centralized or decentralized? It depends on if it is a new office, no, will be built from ground up. Uh, Centralized UPS will be ideal. Okay, but if it's already an existing office and it cannot cater the power or the voltage system required. For example, if the three-phase UPS requires a 400 volts three-phase, okay, and the available electrical configuration is 230 volts and all single phase. So we have no choice but to use decentralized design. Okay, so the advantage of having a decentralized design or individual UPS is that if one UPS fails, uh, other loads will not be affected. Okay. One of the disadvantages of having a decentralized is you have to manage a number of UPS. So that's a tough job, no, to manage. If, for example, you have 200 small UPS in your site, so you have to manage, you have to do inventory, you have to check when do you need to replace the batteries. Okay, but for the centralized, if the building or the office allows a three-phase UPS to be installed, well, at least you're managing only one system. Okay, so the disadvantage of having one system is if this UPS uh, breaks down, so all your loads are may go down, it depends, or will be exposed to different power disturbances. Okay. So I hope we answered your question.
So last one.
Yes, last one.
Last one. In a parallel redundant system, do we need a supercharger for the two UPS with multiple EBMs? From Sir Hermie.
In a parallel redundant.
In a parallel redundant system, do we need a supercharger for the two UPSs with multiple EBMs?
Okay. Sir Hermie, supercharger is needed if you will be installing more than 5 EBMs. Okay, so 6 and above, you'll be needing a supercharger. Okay. But if you're only using 3 or less than 3 EBMs, there's no need for a supercharger.
Okay, so that would be our last question. For all other questions that are coming, please, our team is out there. So Ronnie and Gary, please answer those questions that we were not able to touch. But we will still remind you with our other sessions in the coming days later. But for so now we are talking about Eton power quality and the new normal. This is our topic for today, right, Bot? And the next
Yes.
sessions, which will be a week after, the 27 next week. So every Tuesday, we will see you. Not every Tuesday, but okay, we will have three last session this October on the 27th Tuesday about we make trusted connections work. Our discussion is mostly anchored on our tagline, which is we make what matters work. Okay, so session 2 is we make trusted connection work, and then our session 3 is intelligent power management for SMB. This includes single phase. Session 4 will be power quality solution for mission critical. This is about three phase. And innovative Eton UPS technologies. This includes IPMs, VCOP. This includes software, cyber security. Okay, session 2 is cybersecurity. So those who are interested in cybersecurity, please join us again on October 27 at 3 p.m., always 3 p.m. So I'm going back to session 5. This is mostly softwares, and session 6, this will be the last and the wrap up of our 6 full pack sessions for this year. Hope to see you every session. It will be a very short and sweet session with us. So we can, like this, we can answer all your questions. And you can win prizes for tuning in. So shall we proceed with our questions for our partners? Are you ready? Mahirap yung walang sumasagot no pagka ano. Bot, kailangan sagutin mo na ako. Are we ready,
Okay,
Bot?
okay, we're ready. Ano sila sasagot nga pala? Sa chat
Okay.
din?
Yes, they have to answer from the chat. But first, for them to be eligible, they have to share the live chat, hashtag, and put hashtag. When they answer, they have to put hashtag switch on to Eton, regardless of caps lock or lowercase, and then hashtag Eton Philippines. And then hashtag your answer. Hashtag answer. Tama ba ako, guys? Okay. Meron na bang eligible
For
sa ating back end? Okay. Okay, here's the question. Marami na daw. Yes. Thank you for that answer. Okay, here's our question. First question. So there can be several answers. So the question will be, in which industries is Eton available? Clue, I discussed it kanina. Which industries is Eton available? Pwedeng sumali lahat, disties, partners, and users, specifiers, family members. But may wait, I cannot see. Ready, okay, may mga nanakaw. Go, ready. So while waiting for their answers, UPS's this spaces that we're in are ranging from where we belong, from the industry we belong, up to the different industries we are using in this world, back end or front end, right? Actually, there are 4 answers. So pwede niyong sabihin lahat, and you can also give just one of those. So there are 4 answers.
to our friends and colleagues, Lizette is the one who presented it, not me.
I presented it, hindi si Bobot.
I think first slide niya yun.
Yes.
Oh, may sumagot.
Don't be shy, guys. There's no right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kaso kina-qualify pa pala. Kina-qualify. So let's give a clue. So let me repeat the question. Which industry are we present? Which major industries are we present? Ay, may winner na pala. We cannot see it from because it's fast. Okay, there are 4 winners. Naku, may familiar ano. Okay, the question is, which industry do we belong? The answer is, are we done? Pwede na? Can I say the answer? Okay, so when you win, our back end will reach out to you. And of course, we are very thankful that we are having this session with the Tips Geeks. They are our platform to be connected to you guys for this afternoon. So okay, let's announce our winner. It's G De La Rosa. We have 4 winners. G De La Rosa. So pag hindi kayo na-reach out ng Tips Geeks, kayo ang mag-reach out kay Tips Geeks, please. So G De La Rosa, we have Wendell J. Congratulations. We have Wendy Sadang, and naku, pinahirapan ako. We have GGLIWWWBTTY. The answers are, we are present in electrical, hydraulics, aerospace, and vehicle. At kung nakita nyo rin yung AVP namin kanina when we started, and that will be our constant AVP until the last session, doon pinakita how do we contribute to this major, to these 4 major industries. Okay, next questions. So you won a half face shield. Yung kanina pinakita. Yung kanina pinakita on the start of the video of our live. Next question would be, for these questions we have 6 winners. So give us any applications which we discussed, Bobat discussed a while ago, where we can use Eton in this new normal, or even in the on our usual lives, we already are using it. But these applications are very critical now in this new normal. So please join. Remember to share the link, and then hashtag Eton Philippines, hashtag switch on to Eton, and hashtag your answer. Our backends are busy checking on your answers right now. Madami to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, more or less 7 to 10 applications that we can be available. And these applications will be discussed thoroughly as we progress on our tech sessions, right, Bot?
Yes. What's the price again?
These are still having half shields. So, Bot, I need your major question. In-announce ko na talaga. For our 2 major winners, which will be getting mini drones from Xiaomi and car purifier. Car purifier, medyo ganito siya kalaki. Nasa drawing. Sorry. Nasa
Ano ba to?
post.
Unahan siya makasagot?
Yung last 2 questions, yes. Number 1, they have to qualify for the gate. If they shared, they do 2 hashtags. And
Okay.
then, syempre, yung unahan from the back end, they're checking it.
Okay. Sige.
So now we are waiting for the winners of the 6 half face shields. Ayan, there are a lot of answers. You can send in your answers. Pwede ba paulit-ulit yung sagot nila? Ay, yung entry nila. Hindi ako marunong.
hindi, hindi ko kasi alam kung paano mapipili yung winner.
Hindi, pasok muna sila sa gate. Pasok sa gate.
Okay.
You have to qualify for the gate first So guys, even if you answered correctly here in our live chat, you have to have sent an invite to the invite link, and then do the 2 hashtags and hashtag your answer. Love also to those who press love. Paano ba sumagot dito? Yung marunong. Please when you put your answers, it should be like this. Hashtag switch on to Eton, hashtag Eton Philippines, hashtag answer. Meron na ba tayong napili? Okay, there are winners already. Okay, so we have 6 winners of half face shield at meron ako familiar names that I can see. Just to recap while waiting, we belong to the power quality of Eton Electrical Group that caters to UPSs and its accessories. We also have DC rectifiers. We also have the softwares, racks, PDUs, IPMs, VCOMs, all those things that needs to power and protect your equipment. Okay, let's announce the winner.
Okay. Ako na? Ikaw?
Ikaw na.
Okay. So the winners are Anthony Atis Cano. Okay. Randy Cortez, second. Laurie Lynn Aspiras, okay, third. Jeffy Lunas Cuejas, okay, fourth. April Sarol Arañez, qualified ba siya?
Yes.
Fifth, okay. And Cecil Soberano. Okay, so pang 6.
Okay.
So those are the winners.
Okay, so let's move on to our last 2 major questions. Naku, napakahirap nito. Are we ready? From our friendly group of Tips Geeks. Our first question, who's gonna win a mini drone? The question is, Eton is a company that provides power management technology that are reliable, safe, and efficient. True or false? Ang hirap.
Hirap.
Eton is a company that provides power management technologies that are reliable, safe, and efficient. True or false? So please answer hashtag switch on to Eton, hashtag Eton Philippines, and hashtag answers. Either true or false. So you'll get a mini drone. Mabilis lang ba to? Paunahan sila eh.
Dapat mabilis mag-type. Ang dami palang ita-type.
Oo. Last two questions. Last one question after this. And after this will be raffle draws, which will be very fast, so we can end it. So our winner is Bot, ikaw na mag-announce.
Wait lang. Makita yung winner.
Eton is a power company that Eton is a company that provides power management technology that are reliable, safe, and efficient. True or false?
There are two winners, right? Two winners?
One winner lang. One winner.
One?
Sorry. Two winners. Isang question. Yan na lang yung pinaka-question.
Okay.
So two
our
winners.
first...
The other one will get mini drone and the other one will get car purifier.
Okay. So the first winner, I guess siya yung unang nakasagot, no? Is Nikki Rose Cepilios Año.
Ang haba.
Yes, complete yung name.
Congratulations, Nikki.
And then our second winner is Markian Francisco.
He'll get a car purifier.
Okay.
Okay, so congratulations to our winners. Let's move on to raffle. Let's make this fast. So the first 10 will be given 10 parka jackets from Eton. And then the major prizes will be a smart helmet, yung may LED when you're biking or riding a motor. And personal purifier, yung sinasabit sa neck. A cherry ion personal purifier. Okay, so yung mga pangalan na nandito, how many are there, really? Ang dami. Okay, names here are based on the share badge, meaning na-share nyo yung link natin. Shall we proceed? Can we have 10 winners for the consolation prize? And hashtags. So same pa rin ang mechanics. Yung share and hashtags will be included in the raffle. So let's pick 10. First is, ay tama ba ako? Wendell J. De La Rosa.
Joy? Joy or Joy?
Ay, oh my gosh. J kasi Wendell. Next, please. Hindi na umikot ang spinner.
Yan na.
Asan?
Reynan Panes.
Yep.
And then Mark. Paderanga. Is it right?
Yes. Palang Meda. AJ Nolasco. One, two, three, four. Yo Argo. 5. Blessy Hernandez. Jeffrey.
Lunas.
Yep.
Sehat.
Mm-hmm. Pang ilan na yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Minela Soreda.
So, pang 8 siya.
Si Minela o si Jeff?
Si Minela yan. So, Wendell J. Raynan ba? Raynan, Palang, AJ, Yo Argo, Blessy, Jeffrey, Minela. So, okay, we have Wendell, Rayman, Palang, AJ, Yo Argo, Blessy, Jeffrey, and Minela. We have 9th, Dominic, San Francisco, and our final, and our last who will get the jacket is Janelle. Janelle ba? Janelle
Bolire?
Bolire.
Bolire.
Bolire. Janelle Bolire. Okay. Congratulations to our 10 winners of Eton jackets. Now we'll do the raffle off for the smart helmet. Please spin the
Ano
wheel.
yung smart helmet?
Pag nagbabike ka,
May phone na nakasama?
uy, grabe siya. LED lang para kita ka ng
Okay.
tao.
Kala ko may waste na.
Nag-spin na ba ang wheel? Ayan. Okay, since si Jeffrey nanalo na, we have to spin the wheel again. Mas nanalo na siya kanina. Okay. So we have the winner for smart helmet. But
Wala pa. Okay, ito. Si Erickson de la Cruz.
yes, it's called smart commuter helmet.
Okay, smart commuter helmet.
Yes, for the bikers. Okay, to spin our last name for the personal purifier, the Cherry Ion. Please spin the wheel. Is Mr. Carlos Monino Villamil. You get yourself
Carlos
one personal
Villamil.
purifier. Yes. Okay, so but before we end, we have few message for
Okay,
our next
so
session.
again, we would like to thank our partners, customers, and all the people who joined and watched us on this live event. And we're hoping, we're inviting you on our next 5 more sessions. No? So please join us, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon.
Grabe siya. So just to remind you, the next session will be this October 27, Tuesdays, and moving forwards, all our sessions will be Tuesdays and at 3 p.m. We will update you in our Facebook Live, in our Facebook accounts and through Viber and emails from our partners. We look forward to, so this is about cybersecurity. This October is a cybersecurity month, so hinabol pa namin so that we can talk about more on cybersecurity and what is Eton's role on cybersecurity as well. So again, we are grateful that you're here, and we hope that you've learned a lot from this short discussion on Eton and us in the new normal. We thank you for the team who have been supporting us, and for all the partners, the distributors, the end users, and the specifiers that are here with us today. We look forward to seeing you again. So this is Eton Tech Session. Good afternoon and see you again.
Bye.
Bye.